You were also credited for the first takedowns of, I would think, a high-value target of the Al-Qaeda,
Yes,
Abu Zubaydah, and then
Abu Zubaydah.
which eventually led
Yeah,
to the actual whistleblowing of torture techniques used on him, which didn't really work out, though. Can you explain how that happened?
yeah,
How did you nab him? And then I'll go deeper into some other questions I have about Pakistan and terrorists in Pakistan.
sure. You're right that Abu Zubaydah was the first high-value target that we were able to track and to find and to capture. We believed wrongly at the time that Abu Zubaydah was the number 3 in Al-Qaeda. He was not the number 3. He had never joined Al-Qaeda. He was working in support of Al-Qaeda, certainly.
Hmm.
He had founded the House of Martyrs, the Al-Qaeda safe house in Peshawar.
Hmm.
He had founded and staffed Al-Qaeda's 2 training camps in southern Afghanistan, one in Kandahar, one in Helmand. So he was a bad guy, but he was not the number 3 in Al-Qaeda.
Hmm.
Nonetheless, we believed that he was. We tracked his movements, and we were this close a couple of times to capturing him. Finally, we got a beat on him because he made a mistake. We knew that he would make a mistake eventually, but he made a mistake in that he used his cell phone to access his email account.
Okay.
And so when he turned the phone on, we immediately captured its location. We sent teams and we captured him.
Hmm.
He was taken to a series of secret prisons over the course of the next 4 years. And then finally in 2006, he was taken to Guantanamo. He's been there ever since.
Yeah.
He's been in American custody now for 23 and a half years. He's never been charged with a crime. And I've become one of those voices calling for him to be released. He was not the number 3 in Al-Qaeda. He was not guilty of the crimes that we accused him of having committed. He was not involved with the 9/11 attacks. He should be released. And he's not been. And he likely won't be.
I've heard this story of yours in various podcasts and appearances that you've done. One question that I always wanted to ask you was, this sentiment that you have about Abu Zubaydah, is it shared by, I guess, your colleagues at that time at the Pakistan's ISI, because you were working with them to nab targets, right?
Yeah, but it was a little bit more complicated than that. Forgive me for saying this. You're Indian, of course, you're not Pakistani, but we didn't fully trust the Pakistani ISI at the time. So we never told them who the target was.
Okay.
We never said it's Abu Zubaydah, Zain al-Abidin Muhammad Hussein.
I won't take umbrage to that. That's fine.
Because we were afraid that word would leak out and it would get back to Al-Qaeda. And so we just called him a big fish.
Oh.
Which became Mr. Fish. So we believe that Mr. Fish is at this location. Let's send teams and we're gonna snatch him. So the reason why we believed that, the reason why we did that, is because we were of the belief, and in all these years of retrospect, I know that this is true, that there really were 2 parallel ISIs.
Hmm.
There was the ISI that I was working with, and these guys were heroes. They were all trained at Sandhurst in the UK. They had taken classes in the US sponsored by the FBI. Their English was as good as mine. Great guys who were willing to put their lives on the line in the name of counterterrorism. But then there was another ISI made up of people with long beards who gave you a dirty look when you were walking the halls there. These were the members of ISI who had created these Kashmiri terrorist groups, or Jaish-e-Mohammed, or other groups that were blowing up Shia Muslim mosques and were attacking Americans. So we did not have rose-colored glasses on at the time, thinking that everybody in ISI is wonderful because our relationship with the counterterrorism units was wonderful.
You're right.
It was far more complicated than that.